Hello, hello. So today is Friday, Venus Day, the 12th of November. Yesterday we had the 1111 portal, which was really cool. I actually had a bit of a miracle that I did manifest something that happened mad quick, and I was like, whoa, I should have. Oh man, I went small. So I worked on some other stuff to manifest. I haven't seen it manifest yet, but you know what? It's in the works. I believe it because that portal was pretty powerful yesterday. Um, so yeah, but we have an eclipse coming up next week. So that's pretty powerful too. So keep in mind, those who are sensitive to the lunar energies, you may be more tired. You may be more emotional. I've been on edge, which, I have Cancer placements. I have my moon in Leo, so I'm very dramatic and moody anyway. Plus, I have a Pisces rising and a Mercury in Pisces, so I'm just sensitive to all of that stuff. Thus, why I am claircognizant and a reader and a medium and a Reiki practitioner and a believer in universal love and energy, as well as a star seed. So I'm very sensitive, and I've been feeling like tired, even though I've changed my diet. I've been doing better as far as like eating whole foods that are going to be better for having higher vibration. Yo, speaking of which, I'm getting ready to eat a snack. These are so good. I got these from Aldi. They are coconut cashew chips with with chocolate powder. There's only 6 ingredients. There's nothing like extra in it. It's just coconut sugar. There's no sugar in it. Cassava flour. These are so tasty. I am just like going bonkers right about now. So if you get to Aldi, you might want to try them because they are just bomb, especially if you love coconut. Like I am a coconut fanatic, so I'm all in on it. So anyway, so this read that I'm doing today is a timeless read. This is, well, no, not timeless. Let me change that. So this is about, I'm not going to do the deck selection in the normal layout way. I'm going to show you the symbol, and you pick that symbol is your pile, okay? This is for the rest. This is your tarot scope for the rest of the year. So basically for November and December, all signs for everyone. I have 5 piles that I pre-shuffled. I have 3 different traditional tarot symbol cards, and I have the oracle deck from Archangel Michael. So we'll be getting guidance from Archangel Michael, and the energy oracle cards deck, which is one of my favorite decks that I use all the time. So I'm using the Crow Tarot, I'm using the traditional tarot, and some celestial tarot cards. But basically, we're just going to get the tarot scope for the rest of the year for whoever picks that pile. So whatever pile you pick, that is your message. This is timeless in the sense that if you come across this for between now and November and the end of December, before January 2022, this is what you can expect for the rest of the year. This is your advice, what you need to, be mindful of for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna get my little pen and paper here. I'm not very fancy with all of this. It's all very just me and you here, just like as if I were to do readings. I don't do personal readings. I do readings for my friends and family. Again, I'm very sensitive to the energies, and this is not, I'm more towards being called to offer counsel, guidance, and heal through, spiritual counseling, through Reiki, through energy healing work. So that is kind of where I'm offering my service to the public, and I'm working on getting a center together where I can do that along with my fellow seekers. I am also a pastor for the Universal Life and Hope Center, and hopefully once we get our funding up, we will be able to have things at a physical location where we can engage in offering that kind of hope and healing to the community. I will be getting my certifications in hypnotherapy, so past life hypnotherapy, and I will be getting my certifications in a counseling program called Family Constellations, which is a pretty cool program. So that will be next year coming up. So those things are in the works. What's meant for you can't miss you. So I got my pen and paper here because I'm going to write down the times so I can put them in the timestamps below so that you don't have to listen to everyone's pile. You can just go directly to your pile by clicking on the timestamp next to the number. So for pile, if you're choosing pile number 1, let's get right into it. If you want pile 1, this is the selenite stick. Okay, that's pile 1. So pile 2 is the autumn leaf. this orange and yellow autumn leaf. It's really pretty. Pile 3 is the orange calcite crystal. Okay. How pretty is that? Pile 4 is this beautiful elephant. Don't you love this elephant? Look at the jeweled and stones. He's so fancy and wise. And then pile 5 is the amethyst stone, the raw, untumbled amethyst. Okay, so those are the piles. Okay, so now we're going to begin. So we're going to begin with pile number 1, the selenite stick. All right, let's see what's in your cards. All right, so we have here for pile 1. Okay, so we have cornucopia, Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. Now, that's an interesting selection here. So, okay, the Empress in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. These two cards suggest that you are not listening to your intuition and you are giving into way too many negative thoughts about abundance. So maybe you're falling into scarcity thinkings or patterns of lack and patterns of just scarcity and not feeling fruitful or abundant, or like you just kind of like numb. And the high priestess in reverse, definitely not listening to your intuition. So you want to flip these cards around, because this is major arcana energy. So this is important. This is like very serious energy. This is not like minor stuff. So whatever your thoughts are, wherever your life is at right now, you want to, the biggest counsel right now, right off the bat, is to tune into your intuition. Do not turn off your intuition. Reconnect with your inner voice and your inner guidance, so that you can understand that you are abundant and understand that you are, because the presence of the Empress itself means that you are the Empress. You have that Empress energy there that you just need to tap into, and you're not tapping into it because you're not listening to your intuition. The Page of Wands is just like small. To me, I look at it as, wands represent passion. They represent energy, vitality, that fire, that spark. So the page is just like a little spark. Again, you want the spark to get better. You probably are more embodying the Hanged Man energy for the rest of the year, where you're just kind of like chilling, you're focusing on just surrendering to the process. But the Hangman with the Chariot, that's like, those are two totally different energies. So that means that maybe at one point, maybe for a couple of weeks, you were going so hard, you're pushing so hard, that now you're just kind of like, I'm just going to surrender. But while you're surrendering, make sure you don't turn off your intuition. Make sure you're listening to your intuition, and don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt the ability to know. Don't doubt that there is an abundance of things out in the world that you can still have and grasp. You don't have to don't buy into lack, don't buy into scarcity and things of that nature, because look here, you have also the cornucopia. Okay? You have the cornucopia and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you have an abundance. This is something that maybe you're not seeing, maybe you're not tapping into. Maybe you need that spark from the Page of Wands, that once you tap into your intuition, will help you understand that idea, or understand that you do have a cornucopia. Okay, you have the Ace of Pentacles. There's money coming, there's abundance coming. So don't doubt that the universe has your back. Archangel Michael is telling you that you are guarded and protected. Maybe you're worried about somebody harming you. Maybe you're over focusing on, the evil eye or haters, or, all the negative things. Maybe you're over focusing on your past failures, or you're over focusing on everything that could go wrong. But try, stay positive, tune into your intuition, so that you can connect with your higher self, where God dwells within you, to know that there is abundance out there for you, that things are temporary, and whatever, your thoughts are, stay focused on the fact that at the end of the day, there is no such thing as scarcity and lack. There is abundance out there. You are guarded and protected. The universe has your back. They're telling you that they have your back. So just hang tight, hang in there. Don't forget to tune into your intuition. Listen to that inner voice of yours because it is strong. You want to flip that high priestess around. You have high priestess energy. You have empress energy. So you have the power within you, okay? Just tune into that higher self so that's the advice for the remainder of the year. Tune into your higher self. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the outward world so much. Surrender to the inner voice within, okay? When you're in that high priestess and your hangman energy, okay? So that's the advice for pile number 1 with the selenite stick. And then the selenite is also advice too. Maybe you want to cleanse your energy. You know, take the selenite and cleanse your aura, cleanse your whole body, cleanse your everything before you go to sleep. Cleanse your bed, as well as, of course, your sage smoke, and there's eucalyptus and bay leaf, and we have so many other herbal allies to help us on our cleansing journey. But you want to do some salt baths, and you definitely want to let the selenite into your aura. You can also put the selenite, let it meditate on your third eye to kind of help you tune into that inner knowing and your intuition, opening your third eye. Okay, so that's the advice for pile number 1. We're going to go to pile number 2, okay, with the fall leaf, and see what advice do we have for pile number 2 with the fall leaf. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. We have the Justice card in reverse. We have the Devil upright, the Empress card again. It was in pile 1. The 6 of Swords upright, the 2 of Swords upright, the Thinking Woman, and a favorable outcome. Okay, so very cool, very cool, very cool. Now, Justice in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. The Empress upright and the Devil upright. Okay. The Empress upright and the Devil upright. Okay, that's some interesting energy. Okay, so you and whoever picked this pile for the remainder of the year, you are feeling abundant. You're empowered. Okay, because the Empress is all queens. So you are in your divine feminine energy. Okay, the Devil energy is a reminder not to go to extremes. Okay, not to go to extremes. When it comes to making decisions, the 2 of Swords, when you're choosing between 2 paths, and not to go to extremes when the six of Swords has to do with moving away, with travel, or just basically, leaving troubled water. I'm looking at my cat. Leaving troubled waters to go to calmer waters. So the Devil card is a reminder of the cautionary tale to not go to extremes. Don't obsess, and stay balanced in your energy. You are a thinker. You are an intellectual person. So you have the Thinking Woman here. Tune into, again, the divine feminine energy that you're working with, and you will know that no matter what, you're going to have a favorable outcome. You're going to have a favorable outcome to whatever you're dealing with for the remainder of the year, because you are the Empress. And so it's whatever it is, you're going to figure it out. It's going to happen. Just cautionary tale to not go to extremes, because it is good. Justice in the reverse may mean that there is something that you feel is unjust. Okay. So maybe, don't overthink it. Because know that you are empowered, and that no matter what injustice you're thinking about, you're going to have a favorable outcome. Okay. As long as you don't go to extremes about it. Okay. As long as you don't go to extremes, try to stay in balance and remain in your power as the Empress. Okay. The 8 of Swords in reverse is great because again, this is empowerment. You don't feel trapped. You feel free. You set yourself free, basically. You set yourself free from an injustice. Maybe, you know what I mean? You set yourself free from something that was unjust, and you are in your Empress energy. You're reigning, you're sovereign. You want to stay in this energy. So you don't want to give into the Devil energy, because you see those chains there. those chains represent, the obsession, things that have us chained into overthinking and worry and resentment and all of the negative things that help us not enjoy life. And we have to appreciate the freedom that we have every day, the freedom that we have for the rest of the year. We do have the holidays coming up. It is a time to kind of set goals and get ready for the next year. Maybe there are things that you have to plan for the remainder of the year that, maybe it seems unjust, or maybe you're just reflecting on different injustices that you've had in the past and how you are now recognizing your power, recognizing that you are sovereign, and you're not going to play into the overthinking and feeling trapped and having like that mentality of, you're a prisoner of circumstances. You know that you are empowered and that you can recreate your life. I don't see the Magician card here, but the Empress is really embodying all of that because she is the divine feminine. She is divine. She's God as a woman, basically. So you are taking that energy and being sovereign over whatever it is, because at the end of the day, like Michael is saying, Archangel Michael is letting you know, listen, you're going to have a favorable outcome. So those injustices, that may come up, it doesn't matter because you're sovereign and you're going to end up flipping that justice card around because you are sovereign as the Empress. So stay empowered is the advice. Don't go to extremes, stay balanced in your sovereignty. Because the Empress is all about nurturing too, so nurture yourself, nurture others, nurture the situation. And how do we nurture? With love and, understanding, wisdom, and discernment. Those are things that we do to nurture. As a mom, you nurture. As your friend, when you nurture your friend groups, you nurture your career, you put some love into it. You clean it up, you add extra, you add food, you show concern and care. So do those things for whatever circumstances you're dealing with. Okay, so now we're moving along to pile number 3, the orange calcite. Okay, let's see what's going on with the orange calcite. Okay, so we have these I'm going to flip around because they were all in reverse, and I don't think that's how it was supposed to be. So we have, for pile number 3, we have the Lovers card. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the 10 of Wands, the King of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the first chakra, Archangel Michael, and then message from Archangel Michael to believe and trust. Okay, so let's see here. What advice do we have for pile number 3? All right, so the Lovers card. This may have something to do with a relationship that you've had for a long time. You have the Lovers and you have the 6 of Cups. Maybe someone that you've known either from childhood or for a very long time. And it's starting to feel like a burden, this relationship. Okay. You embody the King of Cups energy. So, you are someone who is older. You are a gentle person. You're emotional. You understand how to handle your emotions from a very mature standpoint. You're emotional, but you're not immature about your emotions. You understand how to wield your emotions from a mature and wise standpoint. Something is burdening you. It could be in a relationship. Maybe you feel like this person is sneaking around and doing something behind your back, or you're the one who's sneaking around doing something because you feel burdened by this particular relationship. Yes, you are sentimental about it. Yes, you have memories and things of that nature. However, this is something that's triggering to me when your first chakra is thrown out of balance, or when it's highlighted. It means that you don't feel safe in this connection. You don't feel safe anymore. You feel like the stability, the foundation is not there anymore. And so, you have decisions to make about it. I don't really see where there's anything telling you to leave the relationship or to stay in the relationship. It's really your decision. But at this point, it is something that's troubling you for the rest of the year. You are wise. So, tap into your emotional energy and understand that no matter what happens, you do know what to do. Okay. The Five of Pentacles energy as well. This goes along with the first chakra. First chakra has to do with, issues of money and, feeling secure in the world in terms of security, your sense of security, your sense of having enough money to pay the bills. And, the Five of Pentacles usually shows a couple outside of the church kind of like feeling destitute and poor. And, they're getting ready to go inside and ask for help. They're really at a scarcity mindset where they feel poor and they feel, decrepit and desperate. Okay. So having those feelings of desperation, feeling overburdened, feeling like, you need to sneak around or the other person sneaking around on you, like you don't trust this person, you don't trust the relationship. Michael is telling you to believe in trust. Don't believe in trust in the other person. Don't believe in trust in people. Believe in trust in yourself. Believe in trust in your spirit team, in Archangel Michael, your guardian angels, your ancestors, God and spirit of source, of course. You want to trust in your spirit team. Know that this physical realm is only one aspect of what we are here for. And Michael is reminding you that you can replace your fears with faith. And that's hard to do. It's easier to say than to actually do it, especially when you're plagued with all the emotions and, the memories and all the things that you have to face when you're dealing with relationship issues, because we get emotionally tied in with this person, whether it be a long time friendship or a marriage that you've been with for a long time, or a best friend, or even a family relationship, a cousin or a sibling, that you have so much shared history. And, it's difficult because these things play on our emotions. It's easier said than done to just rely on faith. But no matter what decision you make, have faith, believe and trust that your spirit team has your back, and that believe and trust that as long as you go to bed knowing that you've done your best and you do have love in your heart, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. If you're going to leave any situation, leave that situation for you, because you have a destiny, you have a purpose, you have a reason for being here, and you cannot let anything or anybody take away from that, because that's what you're here to do, and you don't want to die with that purpose still inside of you. Okay, so that's the message for whoever chose pile number 3. Seems like it's a relationship issue with the Lovers card. And again, trust that you have the wisdom, the emotional wisdom that a lot of people don't have. So go ahead and lean on that emotional wisdom. Call on Archangel Michael to help you cut ties and toxic things that you need to cut out, and move forward with what you need to do. Because, at the end of the day, when you have that Seven of Swords feeling, you feel like somebody's getting over on you, or you feel like you need to get over on somebody else, that's toxic, whether it's you or the other person. And you don't need to be embodying that in your life or have it in any aspect of your life, because that is definitely not your purpose. I mean, it may be a part of your purpose in that you now have a testimony that you can carry on to someone else, or have the empathy to understand somebody else going through that, but you don't need to be living out that toxicness. Okay, so we're going to move on to pile number 4 now. Okay, so that I'm just writing down the time. That's the elephant here. Okay, this beautiful elephant. Fancy, wise, look at that amethyst there. I love this elephant. This was given to me by a very beautiful soul, very sweet person, and every time I see it, I remember her. So, all right, let's see what cards we have here. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the King of Wands, Seven of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Page of Cups, Rest and Rejuvenation. And we have guidance from Archangel Michael. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. You can trust it. Okay. So let's dig in here. So we have here the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. So whoever chose this pile, what I'm getting from this is that you don't have any illusions about, you're a realist about life in general right now. You are not too emotional about things. You don't have unrealistic expectations about things. Because this can also be the fantasy card and it's in reverse. And this is about the ultimate emotional fulfillment. And both of these are reversed, which means that you're kind of like in that Capricorn energy where you're just a realist. You're not like, it's not that you're being negative, but you're kind of pragmatic in the sense that, I'm not looking for any over the rainbow results from things here. I'm all about action. You got King of Wands. I'm all about taking action. The Page of Cups energy, maybe someone is a younger person is in your life and they're bringing you some good news, or they're just being extra positive and maybe a little too kind of woo woo and not realistic, and you're just kind of like, maybe you are in their life or in whoever that person's on their path or journey to kind of help them be realistic about things, not negative but just realistic. Like, okay, it's great to have this woo woo, youthful, almost romantic view of life, but you have to take action. You got to do something about this romantic view of life. And if this is you talking to yourself, the same thing. You're like, I'm not going to be, in fantasy land. I'm not going to be expecting an over the rainbow emotional fulfillment, because that's, not always how life is. And I've accepted that. It's time for me to take action. It's time for me to do something. Okay. It's time for me to do something. The Knight of Cups is a progression of the Page of Cups, and it is about jumping on that horse and doing something. Okay. It's not doing it with the most confidence, but it's doing it in a sense that at least you're taking action. Okay. The Five of Pentacles in reverse is good, because then you're like, listen, I don't have I'm not having a poverty mindset. I'm not, unrealistic. I know I can ask for help. I know how to ask for help. I know I can embody that King of Wands energy, because the King of Wands is a king. The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you got the lion there, is all about taking action and being a king and representing that king energy, whether you're male or female. So the King of Wands is like a lesser version of the Emperor, but the Emperor is all kings. But it is about taking action and taking the initiative to make changes that you need to make, whether it be romantic, not getting too caught up in the romance of things, but taking action and finding the confidence to do that. And then afterwards, you are cautioned to be balanced with rest and rejuvenation. And this was upright. So maybe after a period of rest and rejuvenation, it's time, that it's time to take action. You've rested enough. You've rejuvenated enough. It's time to go and do the things that you need to do in a realistic way, without living in fantasy land and being over romanticizing things, but in a pragmatic sense. And if it's not you, then that's maybe you will be cautioned to be that person to offer that advice to someone else, because Archangel Michael is telling those in this pile that your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So you do have that inner guidance to know, about life. You're pragmatic, you're down to earth. You're not, living in woo woo land. You're not living in fantasy world, just like the elephant, or like, there's the Hindu god Ganesh, who he removes obstacles, right? So maybe that's something you can look out for. Those in this pile, look out for images from Lord Ganesh, because Ganesh helps remove obstacles. If there are any obstacles that you may have in your journey as you are you ready to take action. And Ganesh can help remove the low self-confidence you may be facing. Maybe you're not that confident about the actions, but you know you need to take them because your period of rest and rejuvenation is over. So keep moving forward, keep going forward, believe in yourself, trust in yourself. Your inner guidance is trustworthy, is what Archangel Michael is telling you. You can call on your spirit team to help. You can call on Archangel Michael. You can call on your angels, your ancestors, to help you to trust that inner guidance. They can speak to you through your higher self, through your intuition, through your, your inner system of knowing that about what actions you need to take without living in a fantasy world, or, trying to have this ultimate Hollywood fulfillment, Hallmark Channel fulfillment. You are realistic. Listen, I'm down to earth, I'm practical, but I still need to get what I need to get done to move forward. Okay, so that's the reading for pile number 4, who chose the elephant. So now we're going to pile number 5. Okay, I'm writing that down. So we have pile number 5, those who chose the amethyst. Okay, the raw untoubled amethyst. Let's see what your cards say for the rest of the year. So we have the Star in reverse, the Emperor, the Death card in reverse, the Devil card upright, Strength card in reverse, the 8 of Cups, Storm warning, and you are on the right path. Okay. All right, so let's go here. So the Star in reverse and Strength in reverse, and the Devil card and Death card in reverse. Okay, so the Star in reverse and the Strength card in reverse, maybe those in this pile are feeling kind of depressed. You feel like you're chained to something that you can't break free from, whether it be an addiction, something that makes you feel unempowered, something that makes you feel like you can't get to the next level of your transformation. Death represents not just necessarily death. It represents transformation as well. Or you lost something. But the Death in reverse may mean that you did lose something and you're healing from that loss. Okay? Excuse me. And healing from that loss, you feel depressed. You feel a loss of hope. You feel a loss of strength. And grief can do that. If you're grieving something right now, first of all, my prayers to you and whoever chose pile 5. Don't let devil energy, which is kind of obsessive energy that like makes you feel like you're trapped and you can't break free from certain cycles, fool you. Okay? Because again, the 8 of Cups also has to do with loss. It has to do with, regrets and things of that nature. So again, you may be really battling depression and needing to get help to find your hope and flip around the Star card. Because the fact that the Star card and the Strength card is there, even though they're in reverse, I always look at it to mean that it's there within you. You do have it within you to flip these cards around, to find the hope again, and to find your inner strength. It's easier said than done. I know that it is easier said than done, and you can get help for that because you have the Emperor card here. So now if you are the Emperor, then you are more powerful than you are giving yourself credit for, because the Emperor is a badass. The Emperor is the Aries card. It is the divine masculine card. It is God as a man. Okay. So you have this power within you to break free and to find hope again. This too shall pass. Okay. Whatever the situation is, this too shall pass. What I am called to remind you of is the power of surrender and acceptance. When you accept something, you free yourself to whatever it is, and you free yourself from the burden of it. because at the end of the day, we are only human. And you know what? We mess up, we lose things, we make mistakes, we lose people, we lose jobs, we lose family members, we lose belongings. Loss is a part of life, unfortunately. It's painful, it is devastating. We fall down, but we get back up. And sometimes a setback is cause for a major comeback. Now, when it comes to grieving the loss of a person, again, the same thing. While we're in this earth realm, yeah, we may lose someone very near and dear to us, but it will come back around in a better form for you. Okay? And if it is, losing someone in death, you will see them again on the other side. But in the meantime, as you do have this storm warning, you are being warned about, these troubles coming up. You can prepare as much as you can, but my advice is to focus on your emperor energy. And if you may not feel like you have emperor energy, focus on a role model who has that emperor energy. Someone that you look up to who's very strong and they almost have like this superhuman strength, like they can overcome anything. Look at that person and look at that as something empowering for you, because if they can do it, you can do it too. We're all equal. We're all human. We all bleed, shit, cry. Okay. All of us, from the most multi-billionaire person to the most poorest person, it doesn't matter. From the most healthy person you can think of to the most sickly person you can think of. We're all human. But there is someone who maybe you can look to as a role model for their strength, for their sovereignty, their godness, to kind of, help you out. Or you can reach out to that person. Maybe this emperor will be showing up for you to help you along your path in terms of, letting you know that you're on the right path. Speaking of emperor energy, we have Archangel Michael. He's assigned to help us. He is that powerful angel. He can wield his sword. He can help us on our path. You see how he's helping this little boy? That's us. Sometimes we feel like this little lost child. We can call on Archangel Michael to help us. We can call on our guardian angels. You do have a spirit team that can help you. God, source, spirit is always available to help you. His presence, her presence is there, even if you don't feel like it. So trust that. Tap into that as you're going through this storm period. These things don't last forever. You will get through this. That's one thing I know. I have gone through a lot in my life, and there have been so many times I didn't know how I was going to make it through. And like they say in the 12 steps, you take it one day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time, sometimes 1 second at a time. I'm just going to get through this second. I'm just going to get through these 5 minutes. I'm just going to get through these 10 minutes. And be patient with yourself. Be patient with the journey. Trust the process. The pain is there. It's not going anywhere. Feel the pain. Don't run from it, okay? Because running from it only makes it worse. Feel the pain, process it. Just keep moving forward, okay? You will get through this period. That's the advice for you who chose pile number 5. Whatever is going on for the remainder of this year that's painful, that you're grieving, you'll get through this. You will. I am living proof of that. I know that there will be other circumstances that may come across my path that will be grievesome, that I will cry about and things of that nature. But because I know in the past what I've gotten through, that gives me the strength to know that I can stay sovereign and I will get through this too. Okay. And that I am not alone, because God, Spirit, Source, Jesus, my ancestors, the Holy Spirit, they give us strength and comfort that we don't have. They send people on our path at just the right time to give you what you need to get that further along on the journey. So you just take it one day at a time. So that's the reading for everyone for the remaining half of 2021, which will be ending. And 2021 overall has been a very interesting year. But overall, we have so many blessings to be grateful for, so many things to look forward to. Things could be better, things could be worse. That's true for all of us. But at the end of the day, we have each other, and I hope that we try to do the best with what we have for each other. I know I'm not perfect. I try to do the best I can. But I rest at night knowing that it's not all on me. What God can't use me to do, he will use someone else to do. And the same is true for me. I may not get the miracle or the assistance from the one place I thought I was going to get. I get it from someplace else. And I may have expectations for this, and it may be this, but I'm grateful either way, because I know that I'm going to remain optimistic, and I'm going to keep pushing for this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm on my purpose, and I know I'm on my destiny. And at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. Because you can lose, material things can come and go, but our lives can come and go. But are we here fulfilling what we are called to do on this planet? What makes you feel alive? What makes me feel good? This makes me feel good. This makes me feel right to know that I'm offering this counseling to whoever is meant to find it. And all the other things that I'm doing that make me feel good, they make me feel alive. I was at one point in my life where I just felt trapped. I wasn't being true to myself. I was playing small. I was allowing a lot of shit to beat me down, and allowing relationships and friendships to make me feel smaller than I was. And, I had to really go through that whole process so that I could break free and feel good about who I am and feel good about why I'm here. And that's what it's all about. So I'm wishing everyone lots of growth, lots of love, lots of light, lots of all the wonderful things that we need here today and moving forward for the rest of the year. And I'm going to be uploading some more readings. I'm going to be doing a next 48 hours reading, and I'm going to be doing a dream tarot reading based on the symbols of what was in your dream. So that's going to be also for the collective and timeless for whoever comes across it, whenever they come across it. So lots of love and light to everyone. Lots of growth, healing, transcending the everyday, tuning into your intuition, tuning into spirit, working with your spirit team, and moving forward. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, if you want to message me, you can comment below, obviously, but you can also message me on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. I have an event coming up in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday where I'm going to be doing my fall cookies and a sampler of those. So if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, check out the information on Instagram at Allison's Cookie and stop by. If not, hit me up on my website, www.hopeandcookies.com. Thanks again. Ashe.